today. Half the job done.
Yeah, I think we knew that it was a very difficult game. They played very good football. I think the first half was very difficult for us, but I think now it's half time, and the next game we have to win as well.
You scored after 8 minutes. You seem to be scoring these big goals at really important times. Your last 3 goals for Chelsea have been the League Cup semi-final, the Club World Cup final, which won it, and now this one. Let's not forget you scored in the Champions League final as well. You seem to be the man for the big occasion at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard to say. Of course, I always give my best also in Premier League games. Sometimes, of course, you have more luck, sometimes no. But I always give my best, and I help wherever I can.
Are you enjoying the role as the slightly more advanced in the striker position?
Yeah, I think I mean it's good for me, and I think we have a lot of good strikers, so it's always good maybe to also have a change to maybe not make it easy for the opponent. I think that today it worked good. But I enjoy every position forward.
What did you make of the performance today?
I think we didn't play our best football. It was hard. We could not get, I think, the aggressivity on the pitch that we used to have in the last few weeks. So it was hard. And at the end, we win it 2-0. That's the most important thing. From there on, we keep on going. Now it's another competition on Sunday. And we have to focus on that now.
Yeah, the big games keep coming as well. How much are you enjoying this process of fighting for silverware? You've got a chance for another just so soon after winning the Club World Cup.
Of course. I mean, it's crazy. We have a lot of chances, I think, to win another trophy on Sunday. And I think we know it will be a tough game on Sunday, but we will put all our... Sorry?
Are you excited?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we put all our strengths together and hope that we win this game.
Thank you very much, Kai. Well done.
You enjoyed his performance tonight, didn't you?
I did, and I think it shows just another dimension to Chelsea. You know, when Havertz plays up front or he plays off the left or the right without Lukaku, they can still win the game. This shows a different movement for the forwards. So I think Chelsea, you know, they're gaining that momentum back again, and obviously a good performance to go into the final this weekend.
Do you play him in that game?
Yeah, I think you can't drop him. You know, in that interview there, you see he scores in big games, he scores in big moments. It's just who else plays on the either side of him. But Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel have got options with Lukaku on the bench as well.
Shall we have a look at the goal?
Let's have a look. I mean, it's a lovely ball, like Rio said at half-time, but look at the space at the front post where Lille have allowed him to run through. It's a good header. He's done what you're taught to do. You just get in there and get your head on it and get it down. It's good. Listen, and he said he's got that knack of doing it in big games, and certain players have got that sparkle, they've got that bit of magic, and Havertz has got it. And that will come into the manager's thinking when he's thinking about cup finals, big games. He look round, who's his characters who's not going to fluff their lines? Who are the ones that are going to get the job done? And Kai Havertz, he's got that German blood where he just seems to thrive under pressure in the big games.
What's it like when you have those players in your team where you know when the chips are down in the big moments, there's someone that's going to deliver?
That just breeds confidence in the team. You know you've got moments in the game where things aren't going to plan, but you can rely on these people. He's a reliable source here because the games that come that are big, that need someone to stand up and take responsibility, he gets bigger, he gets stronger. You can see that there's a confidence about him. The way he plays anyway, there's a gracefulness about the way he plays, but there's an assuredness behind that as well, which goes beyond these years. He's still a young player in terms of experience, but he's making big impact in big games.
And of course, tonight, it was kind of in the context of the conversation around Romelu Lukaku.
Has gone onto the pitch knowing he has a role to play. It's where he finished last year in that sort of 9 position. I thought he was brilliant. He takes charge of the situation. He plays in between the two centre-halves, running across them, and he held the ball up well for Chelsea tonight, which allowed Pulisic and Ziyech to get on the ball. Look at this. He's always threatening. He doesn't make silly runs. This is very important because he's got the conviction and belief. We're talking about Lukaku, about the service, right? Bang. He's seen it there. Now he's taken charge of the situation. He's run across the centre half You know, and that's a striker's mentality for, you know, from effectively a number 10, a midfielder. And he was at it all night. This is just before the goal. Again, good, well-timing movement, not just running for the sake of it. I think he comes alive in the box as a player, wherever he plays. And again, this is what I like: passion, penetration, taking your team forward. That is brilliant for midfielders. When you've got a striker who gets on the press and does that, gets his shot off, you know, and he ended his and started his night with a goal. The difference. This was the big difference in the game. After that, for me, the tie was won. Chelsea
do you reckon his best positions as a number 9?
I do. We've had
a big problem then for Chelsea, isn't it? If it is.
It's a huge problem. Think about his form towards the end of last season, where he was in that position, kept dropping off, and you had runners in behind. I think his best position is a number 9, but you know that's not good for Lukaku.
But his versatility helps him. He doesn't have to be a number 9. He can play off either side as well. So I think that helps him in this team. Because tonight, Lukaku's not come on because maybe he's a bit one-dimensional. If Havertz is on the bench tonight, he's coming in the game. So I think his versatility, certainly for Chelsea, helps as well.
Do you know what? Sorry. I think he reminds me of like Firmino for Liverpool, that character that knits it all together. Even when he was at his pomp for Firmino 6 months ago, like, you know, he would have been a nightmare to Mark, really, you know, because he can go that way, but when he goes in there, he can hurt you as well.
Big questions.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the second goal. Before we see the man who puts the ball in the back of the net, the man who set the goal up. I mean, we'll talk about him in more detail later on, but even talking about it puts a smile on your face.
I love N'Golo Kante. I mean, how many times have we seen this? No, look at this, great touch here, eliminates the midfield with one touch, counter-attacking moment, you know, he's driving the team forward. We saw it in the first half as well, and then he slotted it in. What's really interesting about this clip is it's a question mark whether that's vacated space. So again, this just shows the dimension of Chelsea with forwards that are a bit more fluid. So he waits for his moment, he slots it into Pulisic.
He plays it in there, to be fair. And you know what, it is a great goal, I agree with Eddie, it's a fantastic goal, but Font makes it so much easier for Kante. If he just stays out here, in and around these areas here, that ball that Kante wants to play out here doesn't become available. But the problem you've got is Font comes in so far towards his other centre-half to protect him that he actually allows this space to kind of appear and then says to Kante, go on, you play it in there.
Why do you think he's done that? Because you were screaming that, what is he doing while he was actually doing? What's he thinking there?
I don't know why he came over. I don't think he actually saw or appreciated that Pulisic was out there. He's come in, he's made it so easy for him to play that ball by coming in. He's thinking Kante's running at goal and he wants to protect his centre-half, where really you have to have the awareness on the outside of you to make sure that you know that man's out there and don't allow that to be played. And then all of a sudden, the ball gets played in there and it's an exquisite finish. But look here, he comes in. We just pull that back. He knows that there's a blue shirt. He must know there's a blue shirt outside him. He should know at least. But obviously his body position tells you when he's seen it. Look, he's got his back to it. He can't see out here where Pulisic is because his body is facing N'Golo Kante and his defensive partner. So he doesn't know about the space that's in and around this area. And it's a great goal from Chelsea's point of view, but a goal that could have been handled differently and better by Lille. And when Font sees that, I think at the end, I think he'll be disappointed with that.
And if you just stop on this angle for a second, Rio, just talk us through that finish, Annie, from one striker to another.
Yeah, again, it's just waiting for that moment for the goalkeeper to go down. So it just lifts it with a little curl, just lifts it over him. You know, how many times? But it's just that little deft touch to just lift it over, and it's a goal. Great counter-attacking goal, and again, another forward in the team that scores.
It's uncoachable, isn't it? And you won't go, right, we're going to do one-on-ones, we're going to run full pelt at the goalkeeper and then wait for him to go down, and as you're falling, lift it over him. It's just instinctual.
Very good. OK, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get the thoughts of Thomas Tuchel.
Half-time in the tie, but a very important job done today.
Yes, with away goals would be better, but we have another clean sheet and a well-deserved clean sheet. It was hard work to not allow chances. They were a strong team, the opponent, and for us it's a little bit in the games, a little bit of up and down. We have some very good moments, a bit weaker moments.
The ups and downs in the first half after Kai's goal.
Yeah.
Second half, everyone came out firing.
Yeah.
Did you say something to everyone?
Yeah, we changed a little bit the structure to be a bit more solid as a block of 5 in the midfield, to have like a midfield of 3, not only of 2 in the first half. I think we started excellent, like the first 10 minutes. Then we had chances, we created chances, we had the goal, and then we got again a bit too passive, were a bit too deep, and not active enough in the last line, and 2-6 were too deep, so they played through us, through our half, which we don't like. And from there we suffered a bit in ball possession. But like I said, we never conceded chances, never conceded big chances, defended set pieces very well, and kept the belief and hard work. It's the moment to do so. We fight back, and we find good moments back. And the second half, we scored a very good second goal and had the chance to win, even with a third one. But it's well deserved.
I suppose the only real negative would be sort of injuries to Kovacic and Hakim Ziyech. What is there an update?
I don't know. I should have substituted Kova earlier at halftime, so we could have saved one more change. So. Hopefully, I don't know what. I didn't see Hakim's injury and did not speak to the doctor yet. I hope it's not too much, but yeah, it's a little bit the story of the season that almost every game or every second game we do substitutes only because of injuries and not because of tactical reasons. So it follows us.
Is that a problem, given that you've got the League Cup final on Sunday?
No, today's Tuesday, no, until Sunday is good, because there's a lot of days for us to recover, so we will take care about that. To be ready on Sunday, in general, we don't like to have that much injuries, and we would like to have more impact from the bench in a tactical matter, but it is what it is, and then let's see. I hope the guys will be ready for Sunday.
Someone who's sort of been in and out of the team with injuries is N'Golo Kante.
Yeah.
He has now played back-to-back games. What did you make of his performance?
Oh yeah, I was very pleased today. It took him a while, I have to say. Like, was not the real N'Golo in the last matches, and struggled a bit in belief. And was good that he stepped up today. It was good to see, and you can instantly see how big the impact is if he is in a good shape. He is our game changer, of course, and he had a huge impact. I'm very happy for him and the team.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Well done today. See you later.
It's so easy, isn't it, for a manager to stand there and just give us those cliched answers. Oh, N'Golo's a good player, very happy with him. For him to actually really honestly describe his recent performances and then compare them to tonight, it's what we want to hear.
It is, and the honesty sometimes from a football manager should be given, but so many of them get so protective of their team and worried about. But I think he just has clear boundaries with his players, clear lines. He probably thought N'Golo Kante was slightly off it the last 2 games, and he was happy that he was brilliant tonight, wasn't he, Annie? Yeah,
I mean, N'Golo Kante is so important to the balance of Chelsea's team. He does so much defensively, obviously playing in that 2, protecting the back 3. But then going forward, he's just the motor for the team, which led to that second goal counter-attack. You see him here, just little interceptions. He just gets his foot in, round the corner balls. He knows when to flick it round the corner, one touch. When the opposition's tight up against him. We were saying today he played a lot of long balls, which is we're not used to for Kante, but he can mix it up long and short. He's just a complete player for Chelsea. And you allow him a few off days, because 99.9% of the time he's a 9 out of 10.
He's a phenomenal footballer, and he's no trouble in the change room. I'm sure he's as low maintenance as you're going to get in the game. And that award there, I bet he does no space in his cabinet at the moment. The man of the matches in the Champions League at all. He was every single game in the run, and he was man of the match.
But, I think we was talking about. I don't think there's a midfielder as influential as him. Certainly in the last 10 years in our league, all-round midfielder on a team. I think with what he done at Leicester and what he's done at Chelsea, like it just everything he does. When he plays well, you win.
Another Champions League masterclass from him. Let's just quickly throw it forwards to the second leg. There were reasons to be impressed by Lille, but also areas for concern they need to improve.
We're going to have a chance in this next leg. There's just little tweaks, and I think at times in the middle third of the pitch they played some decent football, and they were quite impressive at times. But it was in the final third, decision making, in these areas here, you've got a brilliant chance to play the ball forward into those areas. You've got your striker on his way. He'd probably be favourite at this point to that big area here. But he doesn't play it. Look, you see, turns away, plays sideways. The striker there screaming. You can see his body language, disappointed, disgusted the ball wasn't played forward. Here the second clip, very similar. Sometimes you get these opportunities 2 or 3 times in a game to play the ball forward, and you turn away from it, and you don't do it. Look at that there, you've got a great opportunity there to slide the ball. You're looking at it, you can see it. The space is there. Your striker has made a beautiful movement on the back of the centre-half, and Thiago Silva had a great game today. But you get 1 or 2 of these opportunities against world-class players. They don't come often, and if you turn away like that, them opportunities go begging and you get punished like they did today.
Honestly, there's nothing more frustrating. There's nothing more frustrating as a striker when you make a great run, you're in, and the midfielder's not even looking. Sanchez there, he's looking horizontal, he's looking left rather than looking forward.
And David is a player we showed before the game. He wants the ball played in behind, he's on the shoulder constantly. And then when you get them chances, and Sanchez played well today in patches, but again, final third is where you earn your money. And today, they were more akin to go sideways and just playing a bit safe.
And a little mention as well of the League Cup final coming up this weekend. Liverpool are in brilliant form, but Chelsea in knockout games, Chelsea in finals, you just know that Thomas Tuchel's going to have a plan.
He'll certainly have a plan. You know, I think the reason we didn't see Jorginho today, after sort of maybe 50, 60 minutes, he was thinking of the cup final.
Do Chelsea win, Joe?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it out there. Yeah, of course they do. Why are you putting it on me like that?
What a surprising answer.
Are you, Mr. Chelsea, saying Chelsea are going to win?
Chelsea will win, and I think he took Alonso off with that in mind. I think the disappointing Ziyech, the forms he's in, that could have been better. But
all right,
we're looking forward.
We shall see. Maybe yet more silverware for Chelsea. Thank you all very much for your company.
Could have been better, but
all right.
We're looking forward
we
to
shall see. Maybe yet more silverware for Chelsea. Thank you all very much for your company this evening. Just to remind you, the special one, brilliant documentary about goalkeepers is up next. Thanks for joining us. Chelsea, another step closer to glory. Good night.